Okay, so this is Newton's method, and I'm looking at some questions in 10H question number 1. But remember, Newton's method is a method of estimating an f of x equals 0 equation. And I'm using this repetitive process that I start with an initial guess, and my next suggestion of an answer will be that answer minus f of x divided by f dash of x. And I repeat that process. And what they're asking me to do is to find when this is equal to 0 to 3 decimal places. And this is the region that they're telling me the answer lies. So it doesn't matter where I start, but if I start and say xo equals 2, then x1 will equal, using this rule, the old x, so 2 minus f of 2 over f dash of 2, which will give me an answer for x1. Then for x1, for x2, I'm going to say it's x1 minus f of x1 over f dash of x1. And the f of x3, is going to be x2 minus f of x2 over f dash of x2. Okay, considering that, I'm going to call f of x my function, and its derivative is this. Now I'm going to do all of these on a calculator. So let's bring up my calculator. I've got my f of x defined, and if I press exit, okay. I'm now going to say that my first answer is 2. And then I'm going to say my next answer is x minus, open up a fraction, f of x. But all this, I'll take its derivative with respect to x, and I'm going to say given x equals the last answer, which in the first case will be 2, and that will give me this expression. So this x minus f of x over the derivative when x equals x is going to give me this first one, and when I press XE, I get 2.1666. When I press XE again, it's going to do this same thing, but take 2.16666 and put it where x is. And I've got 2.151. That's not correct to 3 decimal places because of the first 3 decimal places I had a change. So I'm going to do it again. And I got 2.1509. And when I do it again, I also get 2.1509. So 2.1509 to 3 decimal places is 2.151 is my answer to 3 decimal places. Because if I continue doing this, my accuracy is going to improve, but it's going to be at the smaller decimal places. Now, I chose 2 as my starting point. I could have chosen 3 as my starting point. And when I press exit, I still get 2.1509. I could have started at 2.1 as my starting point, and it would still hone in to 2.1509. It doesn't matter where between 2 and 3 I start, 2.5, it's still going to give me 2.1509 because it keeps on improving and getting closer and closer and closer, but they're giving you a hint as to where to start your search.